up, YouTube? We're back with another episode of What the Hell Am I Doing? Today, I've got a really cool explore for you. This place is an early 1900s home. It was used as a dog grooming facility, and also I believe the people lived in there. The place I'm talking about is this beauty here, right behind me. This one looks like it's gonna be a cool one to explore, so I think we should get inside and check it out. But before we do, just want to remind you all, if you have not hit that subscribe button, to please do so. I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers as my next goal, and I need all of you to help me out. So if you have not done so, please click that button. And I want to thank Glennis Hanlon and Graham Conrad for their latest Ko-fi donations. If you're interested in doing such a thing, there is a link in my description, but there's no pressure to do so. Thank you, Glennis, and thank you, Graham. Let's get inside and see what's going on here. Okay, guys, we're going to start this one outside of the house. I'll give you guys a quick walk around the property before we go in, just to give you guys an idea of what we're looking at here. And as you can see, this is the old house that we're going to go into here. And sorry, the sun is setting, so if the picture is a little lousy, I apologize, but this is the property that it sits on here. It's quite a large property. Over here, it looks like we have some deck space. Now, this used to be a dog grooming house. The person who lived here ran a dog grooming business out of their house. So I'm assuming some of this area here might have had something to do with that. I'm sure there were some areas for dogs to play and to hang out and whatnot. But yeah, it's a cute little house. Very nice from this side. It's got a cute little doorway there. Let's just check out the side of the property real quick. So over here, it looks like we got a dog house. Yes, we do. Someone's flipped it over. But at some point, that was the dog's house, and it probably sat on that crate. This is the house here. Oh yeah. As you can see, it's very overgrown. Let me turn the light on and see if that helps. It probably won't. No. It's very overgrown. You can see the hydrometer is there on the wall. And it's taken off. Yeah, it's a cool looking old place. Looks like it has all the original windows still, which is cool. It's got character. Something to see when we get inside. Now, it is on the main street here, so we'll just kind of pull around and I'll show you the front. So there's the front of the house there. Definitely a cool looking place. Yeah. All right, well, let's not dilly-dally. Why don't we work our way inside, so you figure out what happened in this place. All right, so we're inside the place. We're going to start this one in what appears to be like a back mud room. And I think we're just going to work our way through the house and see what we can figure out about this place. Now, we already know that this is a dog grooming house, or at least it was. Here's some really cool pictures or paintings. Some dogs. That guy's really cute. Live, love, woof. Yeah. Anybody loves dogs is gonna love this episode, I think. That Jack Russell Terrier is a really cute guy. You got a nice pug. Actually, I think that's a puggle. Yeah. Restricted area, employees only. So this is actually the point of entry down there, and the stairs go down to the basement. We'll check that last. And it looks like there has been a fire here. You can see there's signs of smoke damage everywhere. But yeah, unfortunately, there's been some vandalism. This place has the big original windows, but they've been smashed out. And what's cool is they still have the original radiators of the house here. And as you look around, you got some really early 1900s hardware on these doors. Even that trim with the rounded edges there. Really beautiful woodwork, but this is really, really old stuff. I'm not exactly sure how old this house is going to be, or is, but I'm already assuming it's going to be early 1900s, between 1910 and 1930. That's my guess right away from the hardware. And just from the, like things like that, like the rounded corners. I'm sure Tommy and John will correct me as this video goes on. All right, so we're inside what looks like a large back room here. Now, at one point, this would have been a kitchen. As I can see, there's kitchen cabinets over there. We'll go check that out in a minute. Yeah, and over here you got storage, so obviously a lot of stuff is moved. We have some pots there. You had some shelving with some lights in the corner. Look at how old that trim is up there. Again, really beautiful old woodwork. Going right down to the bottom of the cabinet there with that little feature right there. I love these old places for that reason. Now, it's a very modest sized room. If this was just a kitchen back in the old days, this would have been a very large kitchen, I'll tell you that. But if this was like a living room, not such a large space. So this place has a lot of stuff left behind. Obviously they were forced out of here because of the fire. This is like a storage area where they had toys. You got a broken mirror, you got another radiator there. That's a cool thing. And again, they've got very old windows in this room, the original windows of the house, 100% for sure. Over here we got some laminate floorboards. We got some paintings, I guess some kids colored, or some colorings that some kids did. But even this wall here, you can see the smoke damage. Every door in this house has that beautiful rounded trim so far. That's really cool. I guess they're gonna call my mom. You got this big giraffe here. So this is the little kitchen area here. Obviously, I guess when they converted this place into a business, they built this little partition wall to kind of hide the kitchen. But obviously at one point, this would have been wide open. Oh boy, that's not good. Should we see what's in here? Oh. Yeah, it's pretty gross. I'll show you guys the door. Oh boy. Yeah. That's nasty. So let's check out this little kitchen space back here. This is kind of neat. Hidden away from, oh, I gotta walk right through that smell. So back here, you got this little built-in shelving on the side of the cabinet. We've seen that a lot lately in some of these houses I've been doing. Love this. I mean, the woodwork is really cool. There's even an exhaust fan up there. There might have been more for air exchange at some point. But I like how they have this light panel here with different colors to diffuse the lights. Of course, again, we've got another big window here, another original window. Just look at those old faucets in this old sink. Very cool. I even got a lot of stuff left down here, a lot of cleaning stuff. To be expected. We got a little mini Rubik's Cube. Wow. There's another beautiful shelf on the other side of the window. And of course, I forgot to point out, but I always do. I love when a sink is by the window. And you have something like that to look at too while you're doing dishes or whatever you're doing. That's amazing. Okay, let's continue back this way. Go back through the house. We'll go that way last. Let's go in here first. Yes. At some point, this would have been like a dining space or a living space. There's a calendar on the wall. Oh, look at the puppy. January 22. So this place probably caught fire around January of 22. So it's been abandoned now for about a year and 8 months, year and 9 months. They're collecting dead batteries so they can dispose of them properly. And they use some of these floor samples to cover up the windows. There's another radiator, so I guess there's a boiler downstairs probably. that beautiful old French door. Those are really huge panes of glass. Wow. Oh, look at this. They got rounded crown moldings in here. They've got a nice textured ceiling here. It's not stucco. I forget what they call this. You guys could tell me in the comments, but that's pretty old school. Definitely dating this house back to the early 1900s, I believe. That round crown molding is beautiful. For some reason, the molding around this opening here is squared, unlike all the other doors which are rounded in the corners. That's the first one I've noticed like that. So here, somebody left behind the, I guess it was like a china cabinet or some kind of display cabinet. That's pretty old too. That door was cut to be like a Dutch door. I guess so they could keep the dogs in the room and keep an eye on them, maybe from the kitchen. I have no idea. I'm assuming somebody lived here and operated the grooming business out of their house, because this looks more like a home setting back here. And that would make sense. That's a cool little school chair for a kid. Look at that, it's even got a drawer on the side. It's pretty neat. Yeah, this is a really big old family room. It's kind of crazy to see the furniture left behind. It's a really, really old table. And left behind a nice plush leather couch. That's another really old table too. Wow. Look at that cool window at the front. Big bay window, as you can see at the top there. It's got those rounded moldings, just like the doors. And again, this has the rounded crown molding running the perimeter of the room. Man, that is stunning. I really like that. And what's really, really beautiful is the texture they have in the ceiling here on the plaster. Again, if you guys know what this is called, please tell me. I'll try to learn it. But that looks really cool. It's hard to show it on the camera. I mean, you can see it, but to see it all at once, it's really kind of breathtaking. France. Yeah, they definitely had to leave their stuff behind. And again, that window here and the front window are both original windows too. You know what I haven't even pointed out yet? So are the floors. This house has beautiful hardwood floors. At least in this part. As I look back to the kitchen over there, you can see that the kitchen has a more modern laminate type floor. The floors out here, these are very reminiscent of early 1900s floors. All right, so this is the hallway here. So I guess we ended up here either way. We could have came that way, but we came this way instead. So we got a dog brush. Looks like some harnesses and a dog ball. We got a painting there. That's cool. Got a big old treadmill left here. Look at that old window too. Wow. Wonder where that came from. Yeah, you can see these people unfortunately were forced to leave. That's an older door. That's a pretty cool door. You got the pie windows. Looks like a half pie. But yeah, you got that old hardware. So this door's been here for a long time. They still have the radiator here too, and it's still hooked up. I have a feeling when we go around back, we're gonna see that or in the basement, we're gonna see that everything is still there. Yeah, that's a pretty cool Nordic Track VGR 850 they left at the front door. Okay, so that obviously goes back down towards the kitchen, and that door there goes to the room we just came out of. So we will go this way. This room's kind of interesting. It's got like a kitchen table or a dining room table with some chairs. It's got a little teapot in the middle. It's empty, don't worry. Even even got a little chair here, a little recline. Is it reclining? Maybe not. What we got in the closet. By the way, the floors continue into this room, so these are all the original floors too. We got some kind of a hamster cage or something. Some decorations. Looks like a Coleman chair, another bottle of water back there. That's about it. Let's see what's in this. Look at this really old suitcase here, guys. Well, nothing in it. That thing's pretty old though. Oh wow. This is a Weeble or a Fisher Price farm. I had one of these when I was a kid. I don't think this is the original 80s version of the toy, but it looks very similar. But I had one of these growing up. Back here, we got a bunch of dog toys. At least they look like dog toys. Got another radiator there. That's empty. That's empty. It's a potty for your dog. Woof stock. The floors in here are quite rough. Quite distressed. Some people would enjoy that. So at some point they had a sink in there. That's an unusual spot for a sink. Before I leave this room, see what the shelving is here. I didn't notice that when I came in. Okay, so we have kids' books back here. Night Night Princess. Jigsaw puzzle. So obviously some kids were living in this house too. Or maybe they were also taking care of kids or something. Got a lot of Dr. Seuss. It's interesting. And you've got Paw Patrol stickers back there. Yes, I have nieces. I know this stuff. Of course, this room has the original windows and trim again. I love this old trim. I really believe this is like a 1930s or earlier house now, just from some of these features. So this is obviously a different room here. Yep. Now, I would have thought maybe at some point this would have been a bedroom. Obviously, when this place became a business, it may not have been. Again, it's got the original floors. Anything left in the closet? There is some clothes, yeah. Yes, a pipe going through there and some mold. Again, this place has the original windows in this room with some modern drapery, which is kind of cool. And you still have some kids' diapers here. Potty training pull-ups. So somebody had a toddler, I guess. The Swiffer's been left behind. What we got over here? Important document inside. Oh, it's just bags now. U-line. Those are just packing boxes. This is in here. Yeah, so you've got some, what the heck is that? Oh, it's a toy. So it looks like you got like some kind of, that's like foam or a blanket. You got some more diapers. You got dog shampoo right there and a dog bowl. That's cool. Some towels and linens left behind. This is a travel type case. There's some dog bowls. Oh yeah, they're giving a whole bunch away. I guess there's some more there. Wow. It's kind of crazy. Again, this room has the trim around the door. And I haven't really pointed out the baseboards in this house, but they're also pretty original looking. They're not a foot tall, but they're a good 6 inches or so. You guys can read that. So here, it looks like somebody tried to start a fire. Yeah. We got some stuff that's burning here. Got some really small Gatorades too. Yeah, I don't know why people do stuff like this. We got some WD-40. Soon that's going to be a rarity in Canada. They're changing the way it's formulated. There's a window screen up there. That's weird. Washroom. I mean, everything's labeled in this place like it's a business, so maybe nobody lived here in the end. I don't know. You guys tell me. Wow. This is a really cool bathroom. It's pine shelving. That's cool. Stained pine. You got a really old school towel rack below that. I like the black and white tiling with that border going around it. And nope, the brown bomber has not been here, but check this out. Please flush. This is not a show and tell. That's awesome. I like that. That's a really old tub too. Look at that, eh? It's old and it's small. I wouldn't even want to sit in that. The tiling in here is really cool. And I really like the archway into the shower, how it's done like that. That is nuts. I don't know what that is. I don't know how to call what that architecture is, but it looks very cool. Tommy, tell me, you're the closest guy that would probably know. Somebody stole the shower head. Look at those cool faucets down there. Wow. Yeah, and that built-in soap holder. That's a very cool shower. Very cool. And that's a beautiful pedestal sink too. I bet you that's original to the house too. Wow. And the toilet paper dispenser, even that's built into the wall. As are the toothbrush soap holders. They've got this very cool medicine cabinet. It's also built in. It's not one that you buy and put in. This one was built in with the house. It's very cool. Got a little heart there. I like how they added all the shelving around. You know, they did what they could to make some space. Very cool. What a bathroom. This is a really nice bathroom. And this is very cool too. I mean, another original window, which is not a surprise, but it's got a really nice frosting effect on it. The lights are off. Still has the original radiator in here too. Even the painting is left behind. Yeah, so even though this place, you know, was a business at the end, there's still a lot of that home charm to it. I actually do think, now that I'm thinking about it again, I do think the people were living here right to the end. That would make the most sense. They were operating the business out of their house. Pretty empty closet, but again, that's a really old set of trim above the doors. Really cool. Okay, so now we're looking down the hallway to the front there. Let's turn around this way. Okay, so we're back in this room with the kitchen. I guess all that's left is the basement. Oh. Didn't notice that, but they got some Dom Perignon 2002, 2003 vintages. Huh. All right, well, let's work our way to the basement. Probably wrap this one up. That's where it says employees only. In case I didn't show you when I came in here, you do have your Visa stuff and debit card stuff and all that at the door. Definitely was a business operating here. Someone's camouflage vest. Wow. So this is kind of crazy. Somebody's belongings are all left here. You've got all their coats, all their sweaters, all their jackets. Pretty nuts. And as I'm showing this to you guys, like, standing at the top of the stairs. These ones here, these are no problem to get to. I don't know how they hung those. I'm a little confused. I don't even know how you get up there. They must have had to get a special ladder because there's no way you could do that. All right, well, let's work our way down here. This is going to be the dangerous part. Some nice boots there. Wow. Left behind. All right, here we go. Oh, is that a real spider? You gotta be kidding me. Is that real? No, that's not real. Okay, so we got more below. Oh. No, that's just a piece of insulation. There's a hockey helmet there. Jackets. So it looks like the fire was down here. Well, they even got canning stuff. I'm doing that right now with my hot sauces. Yeah, all this canning stuff's been left behind. And as you look outside, you can see nature is starting to take over. Even though it's been a year and a half, that's enough time. But yeah, look at all the smoke damage down here. Crazy. Black & Decker all-in-one bread maker, I think that is. That's kind of smoked out. Wow. That's pretty melted. So, in here we got a lot of gloves. We got baby shoes. Look at the fire damage down here. Whoa. It's destroyed. That's a freezer in front of me. Okay, let's go in, see what we can see. Yeah, there's winter clothes and kids stuff everywhere. Got an old chair here. Even that pipe, the insulation, that's probably asbestos. So I don't want to disturb that. But yeah, look, you got, what is it, the washing machine? Yeah. And you got a dryer. No, that's the washing machine in the corner. That's a dryer. You've got an oven down here. Look at this. Look at the toaster. And the coffee maker's toast. Wow. Everything's left here, obviously. This was obviously the room where the fire started. All the utensils are over there. Crazy. What's inside the freezer? Can we see? You can see the bugs coming out of there, so you know it's nasty. But unfortunately, it's melted shut. We're not going to be able to see. Yeah, I don't get this. This is like a laundry room, but it seems like some fridge stuff or some kitchen stuff was down here too. So I wonder if they're using this like a kitchen utility type room. Because you got your shelving with the non-perishables here. Like you got all your soups and your peas and your corn and all that stuff. You even got your juice, hats, jars for canning. It's a big basement. Yeah, the fire damage down here is pretty extensive. There's a lot of smoke damage everywhere you look. It's cool track lighting. A little bit low. That shelving here looks like it was probably in a kitchen at one point in time. So this room over here, yeah, here's your boiler. That is really cool. We'll see when you get closer to that. So this is the boiler room. Normally it would be a furnace room, but not in this house. Oh yeah. So we got old dining room chairs. You got suitcases, you got a cooler. You got an oil tank, a water heater. Somebody got the copper. Even if it was 3 feet, it's gone. The freezer's full down here. Oh boy, look at all the maggots everywhere. Oh my God. All right, that was gross. Let's check out the boiler and get away from that. Melania. Oh, that stinks. Yeah, so this is a boiler. A couple times now I think I've mistaken trash incinerators for a boiler. But there's your boiler. You've got your fan down there, or your pump. This is where the actual heat would be generated. And there's your piping. It goes up to all the radiators and all the floors. Very, very cool. Very cool. I'm glad to see that that was left behind. Christmas decorations. Okay, let's continue further into this winding basement. Oh, there's some of that laminate floor. The stuff that's in the windows upstairs is actually the flooring from down here. I guess they took it off the floor to cover up the windows. Down here we got a bedroom. Wow. More of that laminate flooring. Oh, even got a little drum there. That's cool. Or bongo. Yeah, this is kind of crazy to see though. This is all somebody's belongings. AC/DC. Got all sorts of pictures of cats and dogs. Melania. I guess the person that stayed down here's name was Melania. It's a cool bed frame. They would have had the curtains hung around the bed. And then they've put this headboard and everything on top of it. It's a big bed though. Pretty cool. There's some belongings left in there. We won't go digging. This is somebody's private space, so we'll leave it alone. She left her shoes behind. There's somebody with a child. Still got some drinks down here. Your curling iron. All sorts of stuff for her hair. Wow. That's a bit more of a modern window for this kind of a house. That's more like a 90s or 2000s window. Yeah, all her stuff is left behind. Wants and needs. She wants clothes, fast food, art supplies, hobbies, and piercings. She needs a tutor, laptop, tuition, a job, and books. Well, she got her priorities straight, it sounds like. That's interesting. Well, those are interesting stools. Got the footrest down there. Wow. Yeah, it's well, that's neat. Didn't notice that from the other side, but there's a window. And they also had LED lights going around this room. There's a window going back to the room, plus the doorway here. That's cool. So the LED strip goes around the one wall. So they were an artist. Pretty neat. Kind of a sad reminder of, you know, what happens when these things happen to a house and people are just forced to go. Everything gets left behind, unfortunately. Her entire life is here. All her art, everything she put a lot of care and concern into. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. So in here we got like a closet. Yeah, we got some clothes. Got hangers for Brandon. All sorts of little outfits. It's a pretty old school dresser though. Yeah. Look at those old rock bands she was into. That's cool. Wow. Wow. Cool room. This place has been quite a cool explore so far. Hope you guys are enjoying this one. Of course, over here we got, that's stuff for work, it looks like, for the actual job that I'm here. That's like a jewelry cabinet. Wow, that's cool. Well, let's continue on. Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff back here too. Table of contents. So back here we got a lot of books. We got movies, Lord of the Rings, all sorts of stuff. Oh, looks like they got all the Friends seasons down there. That's cool. We got all sorts of kids' books. That's a dog bed down there. Okay, that's another room. Yeah, so now I'm starting to think the people probably lived in the basement and ran the business upstairs. I guess that makes the most sense for what we're seeing here. This is from probably Christmas 2021. Wow. Let's go see this room. Oh yeah, so this is another bedroom. Looks like they had like a baby in here too. That might be the baby and the person that we saw in one of those photos. Dance like no one is watching. Wow. Yeah, so everything's left behind down here. You got clothes, blankets, pillows. Their dresser. Look at those. Those are baby clothes. We got a sharp object container here. That's interesting. There is sharp objects in there. It's a brand new shirt. So they got a baby monitor box. This is obviously the mother's room. Very crazy. Very sad to see stuff like this left behind. Is that a used diaper? It is. Very sad to see stuff like this left behind. All right. Well, let's move on to the next room. So this is the end of the hallway down here. Wow. Okay, this is like cold space. You got a dog food container. Got a big exercise ball. And obviously when they put this wall up here, they put a light on the side, and they got one down there too. That's cool. It's kind of a strange little area. That's an old table. So that's like a cat kennel. Seen a couple mannequins in this house now. There was one in Melania's room too. That's interesting. And you got some more kennels in the back there. And these are even floors for dog kennels there. Interesting. So this is obviously the storage area. And in here, look at that old door. Look at that old hardware. Tommy, how old is this? 1930s, 1880s? You guys know. But this is the original. Oh, there's creepy crawlies all over that wall. See them? Oh, yeah, so this is like the old cold room. Wow. Nuts. Okay, let's go back this way. I just noticed these floors down here are laminate as well. Not a surprise. Okay, so this is the last room over here. And that's going to wrap it up for this explore. Wow. Do not disturb. Beautiful. Stay cool. That is a cool looking pup. Look at this old TV. This looks like an early 2000s 720p TV. Lots of water bottles. We got a smashed mirror. This room's a little turned upside down. Oh, those are cool. Really big surround speakers there. Look at this. Somebody left this behind. Look at that mirror. Wow. That's a really cool looking mirror. Look at the woodwork there. Very cool. That's a modernized window too. That box was on fire. It's weird. Some things look like someone tried to burn them after the fact. And we got mold down there, or is that smoke damage? Maybe both. But in this room we got a lot of looks like dog pillows. You got blankets. You got some Christmas movies and kids stuff down there. Interesting. It's amazing how much stuff got left behind. There's another kid's shoe. Wow. Crazy, guys. Okay, guys. That's all the time we have for this explore. I hope you guys enjoyed this place. I really enjoyed bringing it to you. It's unfortunate that it met its end because of fire, but you know what? This place still has lots of character left, and it really was a beautiful old home. I believe it's a 1930s home, but I'll let you guys tell me in the comments what era you think it's from. Before we go though, just want to thank Graham Conrad and Glennis Hanlon for my latest Ko-fi donations that I've received. Thank you both for doing that. If anybody else is interested in sending me a Ko-fi donation, there is a link in my description. Don't feel obligated to. It's only there if you want to do it. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Please make sure you hit that like button once again. And if you haven't, subscribe there. Check out last week's video there. Check out the random video up there. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for tuning in.